easily just saying words, and good words too, disavowing a false CPS call? Or give Ethan, the person again you hate, 1,000. Even if you still hated Ethan, which again we were seeing, we after everything with the whole arc, you already know with the content cop arc, whole Johns. We know how y'all were feeling on the back end being Yucko Sordubs. But you still couldn't even just say that, John. But you can just give Ethan 1,000. Are you seeing why they're in the position that they are in? Because I'll tell you. I do. Yep. Makes perfect sense for Yoko and Soydubs. Perfect. That's why the downfall is so sweet. The ripest. But yeah. Eternally. Infinitely. Forever. Felt it. Whoa, buddy! You already know what it is, baby. You've seen title and thumbnail. It looks like we're dealing with some familiar heads that are cooked out in the EHDI plus cinematic universe, and in specific, you know, those pathetic, wretchful subhuman homunculoids. The H3 Snark mods, which you already know fast. The backstory, you already know every time we're covering these fools, these G-boys. You already know we're checking out Lust, the lawyer covering the case, because he's definitely not the one on it, because their lawyer, fried. But you already know, last time we were checking out Lust, L-U-S, baby, you know what I'm saying, we were talking about how the H3 Snark mods did their lawyer, filed another 75-page doc, going over some stuff in regards to Kaceytron within her apology and settlement. Now, in regards to them doing that, yeah, when we were going over the whole John with Lust, you know how that goes. He was pretty much saying what we've been saying the whole time with their motion to quash, with the other documents they've been putting in, but specifically with their motion to quash, how they were linking all these different like articles, all these different videos, all these different clips, random podcast clips, all this different John. Yeah, how does any of this help them in their defense of contributory malicious copyright infringement? Oh, wait. Just like the motion to quash, this doc does not. Go figure. So yeah, I know. So yeah, seriously though. Jeez, y'all see me? Y'all can't even do the videos right. Sheesh, truly the slops. Sloppy! But no, seriously though. Yeah. It's more of the, we're gonna be psychologically ruined, we're gonna be financially bankrupted, we're done. No one is hearing the victim complex cry bully. I'll tell you what, I know I'm definitely not hearing it, not with these boys again. These G-boys. But seriously though, within like them going over that whole new doc, yeah, they were just going over a whole bunch of points like, oh yeah, everything that Kaceytron should have said should have been mitigated, crossed out, especially because if you definitely had seen within her apology, we checked it out in the Daily Slops. Of course, yeah, Kaceytron had said that she was definitely going to be helping Ethan within his regards of subpoenaing the H3 Snark mods. So yeah, now they're trying to basically quell off Kaceytron, and this is nothing new. We know how it goes in the echo chamber. If you disagree, if you criticize, if you do anything that they don't like, yeah, you're casted off, exiled, banished. So yeah, they're trying to do the same works with Kaceytron, and overall, again, go on the victim complex cry bully and waste more of not only their time, their money, but their lives on putting out more docs to try to extend out this lawsuit. And basically, if they're doing the alleged hypothetical motive that Les was talking about in one of the other vids of trying to run up Ethan's bank account because, you know what I'm saying, billable lawyers job by making their docs and just, well, extensive in general, but just putting out so many, yeah, that boy's failing. But yeah, you already know how that goes. Coming off of the backstory, Les dropped another video. Apparently the H3 Snark mods are going a little bit crazy. Yeah, apparently they're spiraling out of control. Yeah, these boys are really losing it. I guess it's finally getting to their dome caps. Because they are numbskulls, as we know. That, yeah, they are actually boxed out in this and truly, again, are finding out that the merits are not on their side at all, and they never have been. Is anybody surprised? No. So yeah, of course we got to take a poopsie at that, take a little look at that. So I'm not gonna waste any more time, baby. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything every single time. Let's see how cooked the H3 Snark mods are this time. Of course, like we said in the intro, shout out, short of love. Put the LUS. Lost, baby. Back to the time you're welcome on there. Why not? Ethan Klein versus H3 Snark. H3 Snark mods are spiraling out of control. Heftily. Of course, if you guys want to watch the OG live video, OG vids by Loss, I know we get down. Down in the description. First link, sure to love it, of course. LUS, the lawyer cover in the case, baby, because, God, again, like he was saying, you wouldn't want to be the one on it. But yeah, hold on, let me move the old hat out the way. You already know. Happy holidays. Happy Slopmas to everybody. Let's get right into it.
Hey guys, so we actually get a chance to look at the declaration of Leia Rasa Vulik. Now, if this name sounds familiar, and
this is the H3 Snark mods lawyer, yep.
Declarations, he's made multiple declarations. I'm pretty sure it's over 1,000 pages now of
Jesus, yeah, in total
content, and that's not including, like, for instance, a link to a YouTube video is very short, but the YouTube video could be 2 to 3 hours. I'm just talking about raw word.
That's like the podcast clips and John got, yeah.
Content. So here is the information, the apology video, timestamps. Kaceytron gives live personal update on Ethan Klein lawsuit, timestamps, and lawsuit reacts. This is a bizarre thing, because what do you think these 63 pages of supplemental material would be? Remember, this is a contributory copyright infringement case, which has nothing to do with Kaceytron. In fact, it only has to do with Denims. It is a result of Denims' case. Well, we're going to see. It's a bunch of memes. It's Twitter. It's even Kiwi Farm is cited multiple times. This is a snapshot. It's not all of it. A lot of times when Snark is making these long documents, it's impossible for me to cover all of it. It would take like a 4-hour live stream for us just to understand what they're putting in. I'm giving you a taste of it. So this is the Twitter. It is based on...
Yeah, I'm just reading like some of these shows on screen. I am sick to my stomach. Ethan Klein truly is a great evil. He is fucking sick for this. You did what you had to do. Proud of you for securing your future. And know what this reflects way worse on him than it does you. Again, Denims, Kaceytron, Frogan, the H3 Stark mods, they all, on their own merits, got themselves into the situation blatantly. Who told at least the Snarkers to be Snarkers? Who told Denims, Kaceytron, and Frogan? Denims, who told her to have a nightmare on Denim Street? Who told Kaceytron to smoke before she spoke? Who told Frogan to say that the video could have been 20 minutes and that she has nothing more to add to the video? Which is directly saying, basically, that yeah, you're not making it transformative. Yeah, who told him to do this show? And then on top of that, yeah, again, even Pope Dior was saying this in like one of his other streams. But like, yeah, at this point, bro, you have to be a brainlet to not understand that, yeah, the lawsuit itself is about malicious copyright infringement and contributory malicious copyright infringement. But yeah, Ethan has personal motives of going for this lawsuit, gang. Do you remember the whole false CPS call? The 2 humans calls? Oh! You remember Kaceytron antagonizing? You know what I'm saying? The crew, Ethan, Hila, everyone, again, even going back to the false CPS call. Do you remember Denims with the whole stream propagating, promoting bad empanada? Oop. It's like, yeah, gang, this is always gonna reflect. So they can get me for shit. Worse on them. Always.
Kaceytron's apology. So Kaceytron apologizes, and then their comment, of course, right? There are memes, there are GIFs, there are ouches, and this is all supposedly relevant to the H3 Snark case. I don't think any of this is relevant, and I think it's actually almost, in my professional opinion, as a lawyer who's been doing this longer than Leia, who went to law school, unlike Leia, this is not what you want a judge to be focusing on, because it takes away from your main arguments. Your main arguments are to...
I'm gonna say, yeah, like to actually fight your case.
Here you have Goku and Vegeta. I mean, at the end of the day, like, why is any of these relevant? Imagine the judge having to look at this. And
Yo, you ever seen Ultra Instinct? Let me tell you, man, Ultra Ego, pretty cool transformations. Like, boy, what the fuck? Like, again, yeah, nah, I totally understand that. Like, shit like this, like, yo, if the judge had to take a poopsie at this, is like, yo, we're wasting time. How did you, being the H3 Snark mods, how did you motherfuckers not commit contributory malicious copyright infringement. You're supposed to be defending yourselves on that. You're showing all this other shit, and this is the same thing with their motion of quad you've been talking about the whole time. Shout out one of our senior members of the CDSD Council and Glorious Slop Commentary Kings, Rob's Media, but they were linking Rob's vids, Shoe on Head's vids, they were linking like links to the Holocaust Memorial, like, you know what I'm saying, and all these different articles and shit like that. I'm like, dude, none of this helps in your defense of defending yourselves from contributory malicious copyright infringement. It's like you're trying to defend Denims on her case, which, again, I still do not know why these motherfuckers are trying to ride hefty and basically try to beat the case overall when, again, they don't have to do that. What you're doing is, like, even, let's just said, if their contributory malicious copyright infringement case is going through Denims, is stemming through that, like, off of the subpoena, you need to just defend yourself. Fuck Denims, but they're doing the antithesis to that. And Denims is feeding into that because she threw Frogan and Kaceytrons, well, not Kaceytrons because she already apologized and settled, but threw Frogan under the bus, still trying to farm these snarkers for cheese. Terrible works we got going on here on all of their parts, but do we expect better? Never. Not with these idiots, these morons, these brainless.
63 pages of this, in addition to what they manually file with the clerk, which I assume are the actual original videos and YouTube. For all I know, they might have filed my videos, right? Even though I reacted to it a little late. Reading a Twitch comment, I think
Let me see.
he will be nice to you.
I was literally about to read this too, because I'm like, wait a minute.
He's just trying to get to the Snark mods. And I don't blanking get it either, because I don't blanking know how Snark mods.
Oh, let me go back. Yeah, because I don't fucking know shit about the fucking Snark mods. Yeah, I swear, every time we cover this shit, I'm pulling this boy up. But like, hey, she doesn't know shit about the Snark mods. Hey, yo, that's great. That's great. Where's it at? Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub either by engaging with us directly or citing our posts in their own critiques of H3. Kaceytron. Hmm? 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 And I don't fucking get that either. Because I don't fucking know shit about the fucking Snark mods. Kaceytron is one of the creators listed who they are saying supported their sub or either engaged with us directly or cited their post. She gotta know at least a little bit. At least a teensy bit. Or else someone here is lying. That'd be nothing new. 5 stats. Stat 1. Pathological liars. Just saying. Nah, let me stop playing. But yeah, this is full on cap.
And I don't blanking get it either, because I don't blanking know how Snark mods. Content. Let's effing go. Rip Denims and Frogan. Blank. And so this is obviously from Ethan's live stream on the Kaceytron apology. Again, how is this relevant? Here are comments they found on YouTube. He wants the H-free Snark mods. Casey was a blip on that sub's radar. And so there's multiple comments on YouTube, and now there are comments on Reddit. So we saw X, formerly known as Twitter. We saw YouTube comments, and now we are going to see some Reddit comments, because apparently this is Snark. Isn't this exactly what Snark does? They throw everything at you, and the more they throw at you, the better. So this is the reverse of how a lawyer should be thinking. Or
yeah, literally, we were talking about this in the last vid. Lus was saying this, John, bro. Like they're doing the method of like, yeah, bro, we're gonna give like 1,000 arguments, bro. We're gonna give 1,000 excuses and hope one of them lands, even though it doesn't matter if any of them land because none of them are, because they're all shit arguments. Meanwhile, like, yeah, you should be focusing on 1 to 2 or however many, like in a minuscule size, good arguments you have, actually like arguments you could break down and go through and parse through. Like defenses for contributory malicious copyright infringement. You know what I'm saying? Like doing that obviously would be a better strategy, because you're focusing and honing in on something that makes sense, like on merit would make more sense on why like you would be not liable for this, like speaking from the perspective of H3 Snark mods. But they're not doing that. Their main focus is to not get their PAIs like to quote unquote leak, but it's not really leaking again because it's not being like pushed out to the public for them to get doxxed or harassed or anything. It's so their asses could be hit with some generational bankruptcy, and I mean 200%. Ooh, talk about a hollow purple. But like, yeah, again, and none of this has anything to do with like any of the main overall arguments that they're supposed to be making. And to that too, going off of what Les is saying, again, bruh, putting all of this is just putting hella filler. You need to get straight to the point. The only person this is doing bad on is them. They're just putting more money in their lawyer's pocket. It's stupid. Like, it's dumb.
Lawyers should be advising them. The more you throw at a case, the less compelling your evidence becomes, because it becomes kind of blurry with other evidence.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense to continuously throw Reddit. Here's Twitter, X comments, and it's the comments don't even make like what are you trying to say? Like half of them are, and they're not organized in a way. Like here are all the comments supporting Ethan. Here are all the comments supporting Kaceytrons. Here are all the comments supporting H3.
Oh God, is that legal mindset? Yo, man, I swear we're always going east.
Remember, Kaceytron has nothing to do with their lawsuit. Kaceytron settled. The reason that a subpoena should be filed for them, fingers crossed, is due to Denims. Here, they even have Kiwi Farms, which you would call like a worse version of Reddit, in my opinion, or a more unstable version of Reddit. And they have more Kiwi Farms. And so the question really becomes, do you want a judge to look at this stuff? And how?
Ideally, no, because this is not providing solid arguments on why we wouldn't be liable. So, yeah, if it was me, no. If you're the Snark mods, well, yes. For what reason? Well, hell if we know. I ain't gonna lie. Probably because of the lack of intelligence. But nah, seriously though, it's because again, their priorities in the wrong place. Like their priorities, they're trying to prioritize not having their PIIs get out, and then like overall trying to beat the case on like behalf of Denims. When again, that shouldn't be their focus at all.
How is this relevant to your case? How all these comments? It does not make sense to me. Here are people commenting on H3 Snark, which is still active. Have fun being sued in generational profit. Yeah, again. H3.
Have fun being sued into generational poverty. Oh, man, hefty. That truly is a 200%. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. They're not avoiding that domain expansion.
Snark is not very smart. I made a video that I was going to release today, but this kind of people wanted me to make this video. And it was talking about how the H3 Snark mods, they let their users get out of control. So they are responsible for contributory copyright infringement, in my opinion. Because they
double it 2 times.
Posted stuff. They let users post stuff. It's obvious. There's a lot of mods. Do I believe all the mods are guilty? Probably not. Some mods just probably are not even active most of the time. What I believe happened is they got in bad. They kind of started believing what they were saying. And from their arguments here, you can say that it's a lot of nonsense. More nonsense they see. Doesn't this remind you? It's literally comments from Reddit, Twitter, Kiwi Farms, YouTube, and it's not organized in any comprehensive way for a judge to understand. It's not relevant, and it just doesn't.
And this is why they have to do the in-camera review, because again, it's the same thing with their motion to quash when we were going over those vids with us. Like, bro, the judge reading 2 pages of the shit. All right, yeah, nah, bro, and get like Leah Rose fall like, get your ass in here and couldn't summarize this shit. Yep. Jarvis, summarize. Because, yeah, bro, this shit way too long. You're not getting to any point at all. You're adding a whole bunch of, again, filler information. This ain't no filler arc. We're not watching this shit, boy. We skipping right past this bad boy. Like, what are we talking about?
Makes sense to any of their defenses. I thought Lair did an okay job presenting their defense. Their defense one, we did not contribute. We did not.
Oh, ultimate failed right here. For my birthday, I would like everyone who can afford to go donate to Casey's GoFundMe for legal fees. It would mean so much to me. And who is this coming from? Oh, man. Anissa Joma. Anissa the Greasy. Huh?
I just want to
Yes,
ask him if
yeah.
you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
'Cause-
No. I will never be getting over that. $1,000, man. $1,000 that they very. Let me tell you, Brian. We got to check them out today. Agonizing pain, but dollars they very much needed. Yoko and Soy Dubs, instead of disavowing the false CPS call, because they couldn't do that, John, because their silence meant something. Instead of doing that, no, you can give $1,000 to Kaceytron, who basically, again, everyone with 2 functioning brain cells knew that she wasn't winning this lawsuit at all whatsoever, not even getting close. So virtually, you were just giving $1,000 and putting that boy straight into Ethan's pocket. The clientsmen were feeling very charitable. Tough works, and we know you weren't. But anyway, easily just saying words, and good words too, disavowing a false CPS call, or give Ethan, the person again you hate, 1,000. Even if you still hated Ethan, which again we were seeing, we after everything with the whole arc, you already know with the content cop arc, whole Johns. We know how y'all were feeling on the back end being Yoko Soydubs. But you still couldn't even just say that, John. But you can just give Ethan 1,000. Are you seeing why they're in the position that they are in? Because I'll tell you. I do. Yep. Makes perfect sense for Yoko and Soydubs. Perfect. That's why the downfall is so sweet. The ripest. But yeah. Eternally. Infinitely. Forever. Felt it. Whoa, buddy!
Do
Oh,
contributory
man.
copyright infringement. Number 2, Denims did not do copyright infringement. That's it. You just base it on those 2 points, and you present evidence to show that those are 2 very strong points you have.
See, you know what's so funny? Me and Anissa have the same birthday. Crazy coincidence. Her birthday request was my birthday present. As she knows, these lawsuits are very expensive, so every bit helps. With Anissa's and Ian's help, Ian only gave $420, and that's $580 less than his more generous wife. I'll be able to fund them for a very long time.
Not this. What does Anisha having donated to Kaceytrons GoFundMe have to do?
Like, it has nothing to do. It's only just showing how they're more felted, how they're more just dumbasses.
It's not relevant, right? Anisha has nothing to do. Kaceytron has nothing to do. Kaceytron's apology, even though it feels very emotional to you, has very little relevancy, or if any relevancy, to your current lawsuit. You're currently being sued for contributor copyright infringement based on your post about Denims, not your post about Kaceytron. And here we have Denims' reaction to the Kaceytron apology, which we've covered.
Yep, we've seen it, Sean. Literally brain dead on her part, but do we expect anything intelligent coming from her? Absolutely not. But yeah, in this, John, she basically, well, like we've been saying, she sold out Frogan for sure, bro. Just completely threw Frogan under the bus. She was saying how, like, Kaceytron obviously caved to Ethan, apology settlement, and how, like, it's likely Frogan is too, but it's likely all of them are, because again, none of them most definitely have the funds to fund this extensively. Another thing, and you could actually, funny enough, see it. I want to make sure everything's clear. My trial date is 10/26/26, and I look forward to beating Ethan in court. Like, yo, so Denims, her next trial date is October next year. We've been saying it. Maybe she might last maybe till March. I'm giving it till like end of February. Tough works we got going on there. But like, yeah, she's not going through with this, John. Like, all of them, I feel like eventually gonna settle. I thought Frogan would have defaulted by now, because her like updates for the lawsuit, like, it was either like August, or I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I think her last update, well, no, Denims' last update was in October. I'm pretty sure Frogan's was like in August or some shit, but I could be wrong on that, John. But obviously, go back in the playlist. because we've been seeing it in all the lust vids. But like, yeah, they were all like just off the ripsy cooked. Like ever since we seen Ethan's vid, I'm suing these three creators. They were all fucked. But like, just TLDR, because you know, Shirley has everything. Like, yeah, mainly she was just giving out her lawsuit strategies, and the main thing where we know like her main statement from Denims that really cooked her. The main thing in Nightmare on Denim Street is where she's like, yeah, bro, no heads, you know what I'm saying? Didn't want to support this terrible video, like throw a follow, throw a prime, throw a sub. And then she's basically saying like that statement was like a throwaway statement, like throwaway comment and shouldn't be taken serious. I'm like, fuck, that shit was the main shit implicating you. So of course, if that's like going on that, if that's where her strategy is in court, she is 100%, not even a doubt, unequivocally, fuck. Seriously though, she's cooked as shit.
Man, their lawyer is literally on standby. I mean, their lawyer. So I'm not getting paid to do this. I mean, I get a little bit AdSense money that I donate, but their lawyer must be getting paid a shit ton of money to do this. Because she filed it.
That's literally what I said. I'm like, bro, like their lawyers just really stacking off of these niggas. Like again, if they want to keep putting out these dumbass docs, bro, because this is what I was saying in the last bit too. Like you could say on behalf of like Leah Rose, goddamn, yeah, Leah Rose Volek. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Nah, yeah, it is that because I'm saying it like the other way in my head. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't sound right. But I was saying like on her behalf, like yeah, she's an official lawyer. Like she didn't go through like law school like Lust did or whatever. She did like an alternative method, the 429 California LSFA or whatever. But like still a lawyer. But what you got to take in mind is that like she's just a legal counsel. So whatever case or whatever means is happening to her client, she's just putting it in the like legal format for them. So like this is really just the H3 Snark mods, baby bitching, crying and moaning, doing that dumb Snark shit. You know what I'm saying? And then she's putting that into legal counsel jargon. So like, it's really, yes, these motherfuckers are just draining their own bank account having her do this shit. Like, it's so fucking stupid, bro. Like, yo, that Snark shit, bro, that shit y'all are doing in Leftovers H3, the H3 Snark is not gonna work for a judge. It already hasn't. The judge called them in for an in-camera review. It's the dumbest shit, bro. I can't.
It's very quick. I mean, to come up with 63 pages of this stuff is not easy to do.
Yo, this shit.
Girly pop.
This shit has single-handedly destroyed the girly pops in the Twitch aristocracy, bro. That shit has completely fried the shit out of them, bro. Like, if you... Yo, if you show them this meme, this shit immediately stun locks them. This shit is like an instant paralysis, bro. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. You show this to Valkyrie, Senna, or Pokimane, bro, holy shit, bro. Like, they might start foaming at the mouth. Like...
That quick. Remember, Kaceytrons just apologized. And they were able to file this in court already.
Yo, that shit's so funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, what the hell are they doing, right? They're just sitting there waiting.
Like I say every time, like yeah, they need to ignore these niggas that send that shit, but they fall for they are perfect. Like this for them, this meme is a perfect example of the Streisand effect. Like they're just gonna always make it so that heads send this more. Like it's hilarious, dude.
Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Bye, guys.
You already know though, man. Come on, every time. Shout out to the love with lust. What? Ethan Klein versus H3 Snark. H3 Snark mods are spiraling out of control. Of course, if you guys want to watch the OG video by Lust, baby, LUS, the lawyer covering the case because he's, again, for sure not the one on it. Even though maybe he'd like to be, but then he'd have to write up all this bullshittery for the H3 Snark mods. Wouldn't want to do that, but when it comes to that pocket, M Pocket's looking hefty for their lawyer, bro, because they are paying. They are definitely paying. I'll tell you what, ain't no lawyer working for free. No, baby, not happening. But you already know what it is. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG video by Lust. Now, description first link. Sure to love it. Of course, said name Lust, baby. But yeah, just quickly going over this boy again, because it's like. Again, it's gonna keep continuously being like the same thing with these H3 Snark mods, you know what I'm saying? Denims, Kaceytrons, Frogan, the likes with this lawsuit and malicious copyright infringement, contributory malicious copyright infringement. Again, they're just gonna deny, deflect, counterattack, or counterattack. And then like, you know what I'm saying, victim complex or pathological liar, victim complex, cry bully, always play plausible deniability, never take accountability. Like they're just gonna play the diversion tactics heftily every time. But especially on the victim complex cry bully, like they're just gonna keep saying like, oh yeah, Ethan and Eli, they're trying to ruin us, bro. They're trying to get our personal info out there to people to dox us and harass us, and it's like obfuscation after obfuscation after obfuscation. And even again with them coming off of making another doc because of Kaceytrons apology, like if they're just trying to extend this boy out so like what they can do that motive I was talking about where they're running Ethan's bank account dry because he has to keep paying his lawyer to respond to these fools. Yeah, that John is just not gonna work. That's just not gonna work, bro. Again, these fools themselves are saying that they have normal jobs and they feel like they're putting your family at risk and So if that's the case, again, I don't know why the fuck you would become a snarker. But second to that, I don't know why you would put yourself in a position to have this happen in the first place. So there's that. But sidebar on that, yeah, they just don't have this. They don't have this in the arguments department, like on the merits. Basically, been saying the whole time they don't have it in the merits because of Kaceytron, especially after Kaceytron's tried. She apologized and did a settlement, and she's cooked a malicious copyright infringement. Then that's just more of a case of them being, or more of a case of it looking like they're cooked on contributory malicious copyright infringement. Even if their main subpoena is like going through Denims, like it's like, man, I don't know, man. Guess who was on that list and it was cooked on the mega thread post. Tough works there, but overall, nah. We just know that they're just gonna like keep doing the same thing. They're gonna cry victim. They're gonna be cry bullies about this boy, like, and they're just gonna keep playing like they've been in the wrong and like that they're, well, like you've been saying, the victims of this. When in reality, we know they're not. And we know who truly are, which is Ethan. You know what I'm saying, on Miss Hila, the crew, whole likes, cause yeah, you snarking motherfuckers. They've been doing the fucking rounds. But oh no, y'all know how that gets down. Of course, shout out to love with lust once more, baby. Every single time, you already know he's on the case. Facts. And I'll be catching y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.